Hello everyone, welcome to the new session of Harvesting of Crops Part 2. So this is the second part of the chapter that is called as Harvesting of Crops. Okay, so in this session we are going to study about harvesting equipment. So there are many equipment that are used for the process of harvesting, right? So all those equipments we are going to study about. Then there is a harvesting and the weather, means in a particular weather the harvesting is done. So that is very important. So that also we are going to discuss. And then handle fruit with care. So while harvesting the fruits or the vegetables, right, it should be cared. And protection fruit from the sun. So after the harvesting, the fruit should not be kept directly to the sun. So all these things we will study in a detail about in this session. So the first thing, the harvesting checklist. So the list provided below is a checklist of items that should be kept in mind before harvesting commences. So suppose a person is going to do the harvesting process. He has to harvest the fruits or the vegetables. Then these four important points should be kept in mind. What are those important points? Those important points are harvesting equipments, okay, harvesting and the weather, handle fruit with care, and protect fruit from the sun. These 4 points are very important, right? The one person who is going to carry out the harvesting process. So let us see. Harvesting equipments. Maintain ladder, bins, picking bags, and crates in good conditions. Because when you are harvesting fruits and vegetables, right, sometimes the fruits are quite a height at top of the tree. Like suppose this is the tree, right, and you have to the fruits are at this positions. So for that, you need a ladder. So with the help of ladder, you can reach to this height and you can pluck fruits, right? Or you can, with the help of a basket also, you can pluck that, right? With the help of a stick also, you can pluck that. But you need a ladder. So your ladder should be in a proper condition. You need some bins to keep your harvested fruits and vegetables. Picking bags. Sometimes you have to pick. Some fruits are there, like, right? So you have to pick. So picking bags also. And you have to keep those fruits in a crates. Like there are some plastic crates are also there, right? So that crates are there. You can use the cardboard or the wooden crates also. So that should be in a good condition. So you must check all these equipments are in a good condition before harvesting. Wash and clean all the equipment used for the picking fruits. Your equipment should be neat and clean. Your picking bags, your bins, your crate, it should be very neat and clean, because if it is not clean, then many of the bacteria and fungus could be there. And when you keep those fruits in those bags, then what will happen? Those bacteria and fungus can destroy your harvested fruit. So that is very important. So all these things means their condition should be checked before the harvesting is started. If it is not in a good condition, that should be cleaned or washed properly, or if any type of you can say damage is there, then a sort of like it should be taken care, so that it should be in a proper condition, right? So all these things done before harvesting. When harvesting during the colder condition, the harvest should be during the warmer parts of the day to reduce the risk of skin damage in some fruits. So suppose a person is in the colder region, and the sunny daytime is the quite a warmer, right? Morning is quite it's very colder, evening is very colder, but the mid part, that is the afternoon, that is quite, if it is sunny, then it is quite warmer if we compare to the whole day. So in those regions, means in the colder regions, the harvesting of the fruit should be done in those warmer parts of the day, and because it reduces the skin damage in some fruits, because due to the colder region, right, because of the cold condition, the skin of the fruits can be get damaged. So in the warmer condition, that damage of the skin is reduced. During hot conditions, wilted fruit should not be picked and the orchard should be irrigated before harvest. Exactly at the time of harvest, the orchard should not be irrigated. It should be irrigated before the harvesting is done. Right? So it is not in a wilted condition. Suppose a plant is wilting and that time you are plucking the fruits. So that is not good condition. That is not a recommended for the harvesting, right? So during the hot condition, wilted fruit should not be picked and the orchard should be irrigated before the harvesting is done. Handle fruit with care, right? So how to take care of these fruits? Wear gloves before, like at the time of harvesting, we should wear gloves so that any type of damage, suppose your skin is your hand is having some infection, so that infection can be transferred to the fruits, right? So have short fingernails. The fingernail should not be long, because that fingernail could damage the fruits and their infection of the fungi or bacteria can start it. So the fingernail should be shortened at that time. Keep fruits in empty bags carefully. Suppose you are keeping, this is your bags, right? And you are keeping this fruits. Do not just throw it in this. Keep it properly, right? So the fruits are kept properly and it should not be like any type of damage is there. So this is recommended that keep fruits in empty bags very carefully. Do not drop fruit. Suppose you are at a particular height and you are picking this fruits from the tree, right? Do not throw this in this bag. It is not recommended because it can, obviously it can damage the fruit which are kept in the bag previously, and the same that you are throwing it in the bag or you can dropping in the bag, right? So do not do this. Keep properly, slowly, right, with the care that your fruits should be in a very proper condition. No pressure should be there, no no damage should be there, right? Because it can degrade the quality of the fruit. And also at that particular point of the fruit, there could be infection or the fungus or bacterial infection can be started. So this is not recommended, and it is asked to do with a proper care, that is harvesting. Do not overfill bags or bins, right? So suppose you are having a bag, right? It should not be overfilled like this. It should not be filled like this very tightly. All the fruits are kept in just one bag. You can have a number of bags and keep the fruits properly like this. No overcrowding in a bag. Ensure farm road surfaces are smooth, because you have to take it to the market, right? So the from your farmland to the market, the road should be very smooth. It should not be like lots of pits are there, because when you go from this road, it should like it can be like damage could occur when you are keeping in a crate or in a bag to this fruits, right? So the surface, the road on the road surface should be very smooth from your farmland to the market. Use minimum trailer tire pressures to the cushion the ride and drive slowly to the packing shed. So this is very, very important. It can reduce the damage of the fruits. While doing all these things, you are actually reducing the damage of the fruits. Now this is also very important. Protect fruit from the sun. So keep harvested out of the sun. So when you are harvesting, it should not be done in a proper sun. It should be done in a warmer, and it is asked to do in a warmer day time in the colder region, not in the plains or in the hotter region, right? So harvesting is done out of the sun. Direct sun is should not be there. Erect shelter if necessary, and transport full bins directly to the packing facility. You should transport your full bins directly to the packing facility. Wherever the packing is done, just take your bins, the crate filled with the fruits, harvested fruits, for the packing directly. Bulk, dip, or spray a suitable post-harvesting fungicide onto fruit within 24 hour of harvest where appropriate, right? So this is also very, very important. We should spray some fungicide, right? Post-harvest fungicide. It should not be pre-harvest or at the time of the fungicide that is used at the time of growing of the crop. It is done after the post harvest. So the fungicide that we are using for the post harvest session, that should be a very precise, and that should be very not used according to the type of crops, or at the time of growing of the crop, the fungicide we are using, we should not that one at the time of post harvesting. So this fungicide is very specific, used at the time of post harvest only. Okay, so and that should be done within 24 hours of harvest where appropriate. Harvesting safety and hygiene, working with the machinery. Now, operator should not touch any machine unless she is trained to conduct maintenance on the machinery. So many of the machinery that are used at the time of the harvesting, right? So the operator should not touch any machine unless she is trained to conduct maintenance on the machinery. Because if any of the parts got damaged, then whole machinery will not work. Or any it can harm to you. Even you're not aware that how the machine is working, and at the time of working, if you touch by chance, there can be a cut or any type of accident can occur, right? So that is also one of the concern, while it is asked to not to touch any type of machine unless you are asked or you are trained for that. When machinery is involved, it is the best to wear overalls, protective gloves, and closed and shoes, not barefoot or the sandals. So, while using the machinery, it is prescribed that you should wear overalls, mean your body should be covered, right? Protective gloves you must wear. Protective gloves you must wear, and also the shoes, not the barefoot or the sandals. So this is very, very important when you are using any type of machinery in your harvesting, right? So this is 2 points are very important, that the operator should not touch any type of machine unless she is trained. And the second thing, if you are using machinery for the harvesting process, then you should wear overalls, protective gloves, and also shoes. So all parts of the body except the face is covered, and that is why it is called as overall covered, right? Only the face is uncovered so that you can see anything, right? Because you have to handle the machinery, you have to pluck the fruits, right? So all your body parts should be covered except the face, and reducing the risk of injury due to the stray rocks or even the plant debris during the harvest process. And this is asked to do just because of our safety. any type of injury should not be there. Sometime while harvesting, stray rocks or even sometimes plant debris comes, and it can push, or it can just directly come to our body, right? So that to avoid all these things, it is asked us to cover our body, right, and wear protective eyewear as well. So our body should be covered, only the face is uncovered, right? Face is covered, except the face means it is uncovered, and we should wear eyewear also. So any type of stray rocks or even any plant debris should not come to our eye, because it can damage our eye as well. So that is why it is asked to do all these precautions, all these you can say a checklist that we should check while using the machinery for harvesting process. Fine dust, soil, and plant particles are always present. So fine dust, soil, and plant particles are always present during the mechanical harvesting of dry products such as maize and soya bean, and can cause severe eye damage, right? So because there are long sticks, there are long leaves of these maize and soya bean, right? So at the time of harvesting, sometime their dry products can come in our eye, okay? Their stick can come in our eye, okay, at the time of harvesting. So this fine dust, soil, and the plant particles, to avoid all these things, we should cover our eye, right? Because we want to protect our eye. Severe eye damage sometimes it happened while doing the harvesting for the maize and sorghum, right? So that is why our our eyes should be covered while doing this type of handling the machine or any type of harvesting we are doing. So due to the dust and fine particles surrounding the harvester at work, dust mask should be used to prevent these from being inhaled, right? We should also use mask, because many type of dust particles may get enter inside our the respiratory tract. Soil particles are also there, dust are also there. While plucking from the trees, sometimes the bark or some minute microorganism can also get enter inside our eyes or the respiratory tract. So that is why it is asked to cover our eye, as well as apply a mask, so that the dust particles, soil particle could not get enter inside our respiratory tract. Do not wear loose clothes that may caught in moving parts of machinery, prevent these from being inhaled. So this is also one of the very important points, that we should not wear any type of loose cloth, right? The clothes should be quite tight, or it is quite fitted to the body. It should not be loose, because while handling the machine for the harvesting or any type of machine in the agriculture, our loose cloth can get enter inside that machinery, and it can cause severe injury. So that is why it is asked not to wear loose clothes, because that may caught in the moving parts of the machinery and prevent these from being inhaled even. Wear overall and closed shoes. So we should wear overall, means our whole body should be covered, only the face has to be uncovered, and we should use mask and eyeglass. And closed shoes also, shoes, right? We should use closed shoes, not using the sandal or barefooted. This is also very important. Although no machinery is involved, grass leaf blades can cut exposed skin, right? This is also very important. Sometime suppose we are already having an injury in the leg, and sometimes the dust particle or the soil which are having some microorganism can get enter those germs. The germs can get entered inside those wound, right? And sometimes the grass blades can cut our exposed skin. So that is why it is asked to wear overall and closed shoes. Some crops such as tomato contain chemicals that may irritate the skin also. So that is why it is asked to uh, cover our hand with the gloves, cover overall, wear overall, close shoes at the time of harvesting. This is asked to do at the time of tomato. Not only the tomato, there are many fruits that are having the some type of chemical. They releases some types of chemicals that may irritate our skin. Unprotected feet may be injured if harvesting bins are dropped on the foot. And if pruning shears, knives, or other tools with the blades are used during the harvesting process, wear protective gloves. This is very important. Sometimes with these tools all only we get a severe damage, right? Severe accident can occur. So that is why it is asked to wear gloves while handling knives or other tools with the blades during the harvesting process. When machinery is involved, right? This is after the post harvest method. When machinery is involved, it is best to wear overall protective gloves and closed shoes. Post harvest treatment of the produce may involve the use of chemicals. So after the post harvest, we use some of the chemicals that like protect our harvested fruits with fungi or bacteria. In such situation, ensure that the correct personal protective equipment is used. Personal hygiene and health should be maintained. So to prevent contamination of produce with the human related disease, all laborers should be practice strict personal hygiene and should know that their health may affect the safety of the end user. Okay, so this is why it is asked to maintain the personal hygiene and health, right? All the laborers that are working for the harvesting process, right? They practice strict they are asked to practice the strict personal hygiene and should know that their health may affect the safety of the end user. End user means the person who are consuming that fruits. So this is very important. Important rules to adhere to are listed below. Means these are the personal hygiene and health practices, important rules that one should adhere. Wash hands under the running water with soap after each visit to the bathroom. Right? So when you are using a bathroom, you should wash your hand under the running water with the soap. Wear hair net if you are involved in packing and further processing of the produce. So if you are doing any type of packing things in the agriculture, right, you should wear hair net because your hair should not be there in your packed fruit items, right? So this is asked to wear the hair net. Wear a mask over the mouth and nose if you have to handle fruits and vegetables. So you have to wear a mask over the mouth. Oh, okay. And nose if you have handle fruits and vegetables. In the case of severe cold or other diseases, inform your employer or a group leader so that the correct health procedure can be followed. So if you are having any type of cold or any type of diseases, right, inform to your employer or a group leader that you are having such type of disease or infection at that particular time, right? Because this will help you to get a proper medication, proper health procedure that should be followed, right? And the fruits, the vegetables post harvesting will not get any type of infection, and the end user will not get affected with the same. So if you have or if you suspect you have some other contagious diseases, inform your employer or a group leader so that appropriate measure can be followed. This may involve you being used in aspect of the harvest process which will not place you in the direct contact or the produce. So this will help you to help you as well, right? As well as the fruits or the harvested products will not get be affected, and you can be used where there is no chance of any direct contact of the produce, right? So remember, your problem might be curable, but if you do not inform or trust your employer or a group leader with this information, you could suffer unnecessarily. So, when you have open wounds on your body, cover it with clothes or bandages. Right, this is very important for you also, because if the wound is open while harvesting many types of dust particles, or there are so many uh, dust particle or pathogen that are present on the leaves or the plant parts or the debris, that could come to your wound and it cause severe damage, right? So if you are having an open wound on your body, cover it with the clothes or bandages, right? Replace bandages at least once a day and make sure that you are treating condition correctly. So a proper medication should be followed, and it should be like the bandage should be removed once in a day. Okay, it should be replaced. If the wound is on the hand, use gloves when the produce has to be handled. Also inform your employer or a group leader for this situation to ensure the right health procedure, and it should be followed accordingly. In case of an accident during the harvesting or a post harvesting of the crop, call the person responsible for the first aid to the scene of the accident and then inform the group leader and employer immediately. So this is the in case of any type of accident that occur during the harvesting or the post harvesting time of the crop, what should we do? We should give a proper first aid at that time, and if required, we should take immediately that person to the nearest doctor. Okay, so this is very, very important. If a fellow worker is not adhering to the rule set out by the employer, report to it to the group leader or the employer promptly. Other person should do, because in a group many person are working, right? And if any person is not proper following this rules, right, not adhering to the rules, then it should be informed to the group leader, and group leader should inform to the employer. Rules are usually set to protect all role players in the harvesting process. This includes you, and a person not following these rules are not only endangering him, herself, but you also. So it is very, very important. Therefore, love yourself and report any potential problem promptly. So if you are having any type of like in such a situation that you are having any type of disease or infection, immediately inform to your employer or group leader, so that proper medication can be followed and you can be shifted to some other work where any type of infection would not affect, right? So the safe and efficient operation of an equipment, including loaders, is a sole and direct responsibility of the operator. And experience and skill in this type of tasks can only be gained through the training and supervision. So all these things once comes in a practice, once we are in like a continuous in a practice doing all these, with the experience we learn, right? Experience and skill in this type of task, when you do continuously, right, then you have a lot of experience, and time to time we must get the proper training and supervision as well. Okay, so it is important that a safety inspection program is followed. Safety and the use of loaders and the forklift. So for this, important safety inspection program is followed. Such inspection allow for the detection of unsafe equipment. Suppose why these inspections are important, because such inspection get ensured with such inspection we get ensured that unsafe equipments are not used, and in this way countermeasures can be set up before someone is injured. So these two things can be handled by while doing such type of inspections. However, accidents do occur, and should someone be injured, the injury must be reported immediately so that injury can be properly treated and produce is not contaminated. And this also allows an injury record to be evident over a time. Such records will highlight potential problem areas that can be eliminated from the harvesting procedure. So suppose many person are getting such type of injury while doing the harvesting, right, continuously. So it will give an idea that such type of practices are always giving such type of infection or such type of injury, right? So that procedure can be eliminated, and some another harvesting procedure can be followed. So general safety inspection should be conducted daily before the equipment is being used. So checkpoints for the equipment such as tractors and forklifts, right? Check water, fuel, fan belts, etc. Once engine is running, check hand or air breakers. This ensures that breakers will hold while loading. So all these are some of the safety and the use of the loaders and the forklifts. So with that, we have completed this session. Thank you very much.